Lagos Talks
91.3.
News.
The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says it will honor President Muhammadu Buhari with an award in recognition of his achievements in the defense and promotion of democracy in the sub-region. Malam Garuba Shehu, the president's spokesman, in a statement said the ECOWAS chairman, Guinea-Bissau's Umaru Embalo, stated this at a bilateral meeting with the Nigerian leader on the sidelines of the ongoing 5th UN Conference on the Least Developed Countries in Qatar. According to Embalo, the leadership of the sub-regional body approved the award for President Buhari, who will have his name on the Roll of Honor in the community's new headquarters building upon its completion in Abuja. This, he said, would enable future generations of West African citizens to know about the greatness Buhari achieved and to emulate his laudable examples. The Independent National Electoral Commission, the INEC, has issued certificates of return to winners of the February 25, 2023 senatorial elections in Nigeria. Some of the newly elected lawmakers, in an interview with our correspondent, expressed delight over the election and pledged not to disappoint Nigerians.
To have a seat, I want to be part of the Senate that legislate for the good of the greatest number of our countrymen, not for the powerful, and to be a great influence to ensure that whatever we do, whether in the name of appropriation or consumption, ensure that Nigerians get value for money. You don't spend that kind of money you spend in parliament. It is expected that the executive will be powerful, but not to have absolute power, so that it cannot be subject to legislative check. So it's not going to be worth my while if I'm just going to seek to collect monthly allowance. But by very nature, that is impossible. I think there is a lot that we all can do differently.
Our correspondent, Raliat Adenekon, reports that the new senator representing the Federal Capital Territory, Mrs. Ireti Kingigbe, said she would focus attention on women, youth development, and creation of basic amenities. House of Representatives-elect are expected to receive their certificate of return today, Wednesday, 8th of March. The Independent National Electoral Commission, the INEC, has removed the name of the embattled leader of the House of Representatives, Al-Hassan Adodogua, from the list of election winners. This comes after the electoral body declared him the winner of the February 25 election in the Doguwa to Dunwada constituency. However, INEC has now posted a list on their verified Twitter page stating that the declaration made by the returning officer was done under duress. As a result, Doguwa's name has been removed from the list of election winners. Doguwa was arrested for his alleged involvement in the killing of several persons and burning of the Secretariat of New Nigeria People's Party in the just concluded general election. Dogs and other pets have been banned from voting centers in Nigeria ahead of governorship elections on Saturday. Some voters had said they would take their dogs along with them this weekend after experiencing violence 2 weeks ago at the presidential election. But Nigeria's police said this wouldn't be permitted because dogs could be classed as offensive weapons, as their owners or handlers can use them to intimidate, harass, and cause assault and bodily harm to others. This warning came on the heels of speculations that some persons are planning to hit polling units with their dogs and other pets as part of efforts to ward off thugs and other electoral offenders. The appeal court will today, Wednesday, deliver ruling in the application by the Independent National Electoral Commission, the INEC, seeking leave to configure the bimodal voter accreditation system, the BVAS, for the governorship election. Counsel to INEC, Tanimu Inua SAN, said the application became necessary following an order restraining it from tampering with information embedded in the BVAS machines until due inspection was conducted and certified. He added that the Commission would require sufficient time to reconfigure the BVAS needed to conduct the election that would take place on Saturday. Recall that INEC in its motion dated March 4 asked the appellate court to vary the ex parte order made in favor of the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party with regards to inspection of materials used for the presidential election to allow it to reconfigure its BVAS machines for the March 11 governorship and state houses of assembly elections. President-elect Senator Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress on Tuesday had also approached the Court of Appeal seeking leave to obtain the election materials for his defense. The three-member panel of the appellate court, after listening to their submissions, adjourned until today, Wednesday, for ruling. The national chairman of the Labour Party, Julius Abure, has dissolved the party's state executive council in Rivers State for alleged anti-party activities and corruption in the management of party's funds. Abure, in a statement yesterday, said he has lost confidence in the ability of the compromised State Executive Council, led by Daniel Pepple, to lead the campaign for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections come March 11. The chairman, who added that the dissolution is with immediate effect, also clarified that the Labour Party has not formed an alliance with any political party. In a last-minute campaign to secure the governorship seat for the APC in Lagos, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Honorable Benga Omotosho, has said Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu remains the most competent to lead Lagos. At an extensive interactive session with State House correspondents in Alausa Ikeja, Omotosho noted that it was a milestone achievement for the governor to have completed many infrastructures initiated by the Fashola and Ambode administration in a record time of 4 years, whilst also embarking on more projects to be completed if elected for a second term. Our State House correspondent, Godfrey Gabriel, reports that the commissioner further appealed to Lagos residents to put all grievances behind them to come out on Saturday, 11th of March, to vote for Babajide Sanwo-Olu and all APC House of Assembly candidates to enable continuity in the Greater Lagos project.
So let us just reflect about all these things. I know how people feel, and I understand everything that has been said in the day. But I would like you to, like I said, it's not a matter of us, it's a matter of seeking for understanding. It's a matter of showing some compassion.
What Lagos State is trying to do is to create an enabling environment or to create more jobs. And the only way
The Ohanes Ndigbo Worldwide has charged Ndigbo in Lagos to maintain peace with their host before, during, and after the forthcoming governorship election in the state. This is that is also urged Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to provide adequate security in Lagos, especially in various markets. In a statement signed by its Secretary General, Mazi Okechukwu Isiguzoro, the Apex Igbo organization urged Ndigbo to vote their conscience in the March 11, 2023 governorship election, but should also do so in peace and harmony with their host communities. Izuguzoro, however, retracted his earlier hostile posture against Governor Sanwo-Olu and congratulated the President-elect Senator Bola Tinubu on his victory in the 2023 presidential election and urged Tinubu to reach out to other contestants in the spirit of sportsmanship as the national healing process should begin with the President-elect personally reaching out to Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi in person, not through proxies. South Africa's president has appointed the country's first electricity minister in an effort to address the unprecedented power shortages there. Kigo Sinteso Ramokopa's most pressing task will be to end the daily blackouts, which can last up to 15 hours a day. He will also have to deal with allegations of corruption at the state-run energy giant Eskom. The outages have been badly affecting homes and businesses for months. 2 of the 4 Americans kidnapped at gunpoint in Mexico last week are dead and 2 are alive but injured and now back in the U.S. Mexican and U.S. officials confirmed 4 U.S. citizens were kidnapped by armed men on March 3 while driving into the city of Matamoros across the border from Texas for cosmetic surgery. One man, named only as 24-year-old Jose N. from Tamaulipas, has been arrested. The 2 surviving victims, named by family members as Latavia Tay McGee, a mother of 6 from South Carolina, and Eric James Williams, were delivered to the U.S. on Tuesday in cooperation with the U.S. consulate in Matamoros. The bodies of Zendel Brown and Shaid Woodard have also been recovered and have been repatriated. Moving on to business news, deposit money banks in the country have begun partial compliance with the Supreme Court order approving the use of old 1,000 and 500 as well as 200 naira notes as legal tender for 10 months. The Supreme Court had last week ordered that the old naira notes should be allowed in circulation along with the new notes until December 31, 2023. The court had said the federal government's naira redesign policy contravened the 1999 constitution as amended. The CBN and the AGF office had refused to comply with previous orders by the Supreme Court on the controversial naira redesign policy. Among others, the Supreme Court had on February 8, 2023, nullified the February 10 deadline stipulated by the CBN for the phasing out of the old Naira notes. Finally, to sport news, the Minister of Sports and Youth Development, Sunday Dare, has charged the Flying Eagles to put behind Monday's semi-finals loss to the Gambia at ongoing Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations and focus on the World Cup in Indonesia in May. In a statement issued by his special assistant on media, Tony Ebitoye, the minister expressed regret over the team's inability to play in the AFCON final, but commended them for picking a World Cup ticket. The Flying Eagles lost 0-1 to their Gambian counterparts in the second semi-finals of the ongoing Under-20 AFCON played in Egypt on Monday, to now square up against Tunisia on Friday in the third-place match. Tunisia had also lost the semi-final match after they were beaten 3-0 by Senegal, who now have a date with the Gambia in the final on Saturday. A controversial retaking penalty kick helped Chelsea turn the tide to overcome Borussia Dortmund 2-0 on the night and 2-1 on aggregate on Tuesday. The win helped the London side to progress to the 2022-2023 UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. In contrast, Benfica eased through with a Gonzalo Ramos brace, setting up a 5-1 home romp against Club Brugge to complement a 2-0 away win. The remaining last 16 second legs take place today, Wednesday, and next week. Tonight's fixtures sees Bayern host PSG with a 1-0 first leg advantage, while Tottenham host AC Milan with a 1-0 first leg deficit. UEFA is to refund Liverpool fans who had tickets for the 2022 Champions League final in Paris. It follows a recent independent report that found UEFA bears primary responsibility for the chaotic scenes before the game against Real Madrid. Fans were penned in and sprayed with tear gas outside Paris Stade de France as kickoff was delayed by 36 minutes. UEFA said the refund scheme covers all of the Liverpool FC ticket allocation for the final. And that's it on the World News this morning.